welcome to the end of the school year Inside the Dragons. In this edition, you'll see LOHS and Learning Options graduation ceremonies, along with phases completion ceremony. Eric Mearshart being named State Teacher of the Year, and Shelby McCumber, Oakland County Elementary Teacher of the Year. She also gave a speech at the banquet. There's end of the year outdoor elementary events, including biking to school at Blanche Sims and the Orion Oaks Day of Service. LOHS Senior Activities and Awards, LOCS Staff Retirement Celebration, and our elementary and middle school completion ceremonies. Thank you for watching this edition of Inside the Dragons.
High School, and I welcome you to this amazing special graduation ceremony for this incredible graduating class of 2026. Incredible group of resilient, determined, and inspiring students who have successfully met the graduation requirements, even if it was today. Set forth by Lake Orion Community School. 2026 is considered a universal number 1, 0 plus 2 plus 6 plus 0 is new opportunities, and it marks the moment when one journey ends and another begins. It's the dragon that devours its own tail. It's so cool. Tonight is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of a new one. The end is just the beginning. The end. That's right.
This evening is not simply about earning a diploma. It is about recognizing determination, resilience, courage, and the commitment it took for each of you to arrive at this moment.
For many of us, this moment represents survival, growth, second chances, and proof that no matter how difficult life becomes, we are still capable of building a future for ourselves. In environments, others succeed because someone finally gave them a different way to learn. A second chance, or simply somebody who believed in them.
Gonzalez Aceves, one thing I wish my 9th grade self knew is to make lots of memories and not to be so serious. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Hi, my name is Mika Cologne.
One thing I wish my 9th grade self knew is that it goes by fast and to not be on a great road. Congratulations, class of 2026.
The students who made this year so special. At the beginning of this year, this student confidently told me there was no way I would ever get her to read an entire book. Just sit in the room though, she became a part of it. She was happy to do the extra work and continue learning when it wasn't even for a grade. It's my honor to present the English Language Arts Department Award to Kimberlyn Gonzalez.
But she consistently went beyond the expectations. She asked thoughtful, probing questions, helped classmates when they needed support, and even helped Miss Sandy brush up on her own math skills from time to time. It's my honor to present the Mathematics Department Award to Emma Altman. She earned an A on every course, as well as every single test in all semesters of science she took. A junior and senior who not only embraced these ideals for himself, but actively tried to share them with others. The award to Ben House.
instantly demonstrates genuine kindness and compassion toward others. Whether interacting with peers or staff, he approaches people with respect, empathy, and a willingness to support those around him. All of Learning Options High School, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to Jacob Pendelino.
Achieve a 3.5 or higher during their academic year.
Emma Ruth Altman. Tiara
of the tassels. This tradition represents completion in the transition.
Class of 2026, it's time to take this next step together.
Please move your tassels from the right to the left side.
We have all now officially graduated. Congratulations.
Learning Options High School graduates.
ISE, please rise for the singing of our national anthem. What so proudly we welcome you to the commencement ceremonies for the graduating class of 2026. Very excited.
And that's just part of growing up. So today, celebrate how far you've come. Be proud of the friendships, memories, lessons, and experiences that brought you here.
Tonight, we gather as the Lake Orion community to celebrate a milestone that represents years of hard work, perseverance, growth, and achievement. Tonight is about honoring each of you, our graduates, and recognizing the journey that has brought you to this moment.
Today, I want to flip the question. Instead of asking, what do you want to be when you grow up, I want to ask, who do you want to be? The truth is, our job titles, degrees, and paychecks won't define our legacy. The people we are, how we treat others, how we respond to adversity, how we use our time and voice, that is what truly matters.
It's where opportunities live and where we discover what we are capable of. Once a dragon, always a dragon doesn't just mean the school we came from. It means strength, resilience, and pride. It means protecting the thunder and supporting the people around you. No matter where life takes us, we'll always have that connection, that shared experience, and that reminder that we have already overcome so much.
You're looking at more independence, probably a fewer built-in safety nets. And to that end, now is the time to lean into who you are and take the future that you want. And with the graduation requirements set forth by the state of Michigan, it is a privilege and an honor to present from Lake Orion High School, the graduating class of 2026.
Good evening. It is my honor and pleasure to announce the first member of the class of 2026, Leadership President, Kalina Rose Kozel. Vice President of Student Leadership, Vikram James Patel.
John Nichols. Jack Elvin Norton.
Outstanding job. President Kalina Kozel back to the stage for the turning of the tassel.
Please move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, friends. You are now graduating.
phases completion ceremony. Phases staff, thank you for your heart, your patience, your humor, your belief in second chances, and your commitment to meeting students where they are while always seeing where they could go. For in milestone, for 6 of our phases students. Each of you has worked so hard, grown in so many ways, and made a lasting impact on our phases community.
To all of our young adults we are celebrating, please know that we are so proud of you. You should be so proud of you. Each of you has followed your own path to get here. Along the way, you've learned new skills, built friendships, discovered strengths, faced challenges, and continued moving forward.
My friends, thank you for everything you helped me with. Thank you. I thank you for being a friend. And my brother. You helped me to push forward in my life.
What's your name? Who are you thankful for?
How are you feeling about graduation?
Feel about graduating.
Great.
Thank you for all the staff and the paras and the teachers for supporting.
We're going to start just talking about our amazing student.
When I think about Shane, the first thing that comes to mind is clearly his dedication to the schedule. In fact, it's very safe to say that Shane has been the one keeping us on schedule for years. So it's really awesome to watch his hard work and determination, his willingness to get out in the community, explore new places, and even has tolerated a handful of restaurant visits nowadays. Those might be ordinary to most, but have really been tremendous areas of growth for him now. Garrett is one of those people who leaves an impression on everybody he meets, whether it's his sense of humor, his determination, or his ability to keep all of us on our toes. He very clearly has a mischievous grin. If you know him, when that grin starts to appear on his face, you know something is in the works.
Wonderful. I've been in the classroom since April, and I've been in the classroom a lot, but with you, it's been a wonderful experience. Cute. Right? Because he's cute. Right? He is, but he's going to miss us, aren't you, Greg? No! No! He's funnier than I am.
It's been a privilege this year. Having the opportunity to witness the growth, resilience, and accomplishments of the young adults in the Phases program has been a true honor. Nathaniel, you are a very polite young man, and your face lights up when you smile. You are thoughtful, helpful, and have a great sense of humor. You know, he wants to someday create his own comic books, and it's possible. He has amazing artistic talent. You are the heart of the classroom. Your energy, positivity, and kindness have made a lasting impact on everyone around you. Your smile is contagious, and your ability to lift others up has helped create a welcoming and supportive environment for all classmates and staff. Andy, you are a very kind-hearted, caring, and well-liked young man. Throughout your time in the classroom, you've been a powerful example of what hard work, dedication, and perseverance look like.
It is our honor to present each of you with your certificate of completion and your Phases Honors Board. The green cord represents your growth. The white cord represents new beginnings. And the gold cord represents future success.
May was a month of staff celebrations. In early May, Lake Orion High School received a visit from the state superintendent, Glenn Maylico. His visit was not just a random occurrence. He was visiting LOHS to announce one of the most significant staff moments in the history of the district.
Out of more than 85,000 public school teachers in Michigan, one educator has been named the 2026-27 Michigan Teacher of the Year, the best of the best, and that person is right here in this building, in your school. That's right, Dragons, it's your teacher, Mr. Eric Mershard. Let's give him a round.
That's quite a way to start late start Wednesday. Hi, Evelyn. I am really without words. It is one where I am lucky enough to teach here in Lake Orion. Came here 7 years ago after spending 10 years in the Lansing area. And being a part of this community and watching the impact that we can have on all of our students has been truly incredible. I know that I would not be up here today without all of the help and support that I get every single day from all of my fellow staff in the 400 wing, as well as all of my fellow teachers and educators here at the high school. I am very humbled and honored to be here.
How about one more for Mr. M? All right, again, thank you. It's a very proud moment, obviously, for all of us, and we'll continue to celebrate here at LOHS for days to come, I'm sure.
Mearshart was celebrated by students, staff, and throughout the school. For the 26-27 school year, he will spend the year traveling around the state, talking to different groups about education and promoting the profession. Also in May, Orion Oaks teacher Shelby McCumber was celebrated as the Oakland County Elementary Teacher of the Year. Oakland Schools hosted an event for all district nominees from across the county, and the winners at each level gave a speech. First, she was introduced by Orion Oaks principal Dakota Cooper.
She's the kind of teacher that you hope that your child gets placed with. The kind of teacher that can change a child's life in 180 school days. She holds to extremely high expectations, but those expectations come with a whole lot of love and kindness. She builds relationships with students so that they want to meet those expectations.
I flash back to those times and I realized that my best was good enough, that I was making an impact, and that I was one of those teachers. I always knew that I wanted to be an educator. I got the joy out of supporting others. I felt proud when I was able to explain something in a different way. And quite frankly, I love to talk. And I have enough energy to make anyone enthusiastic about anything. So I knew that teaching was what I wanted to do.
The end of the school year brought out the creativity across the elementary schools in the LOHS. At Orion Oaks Elementary, the 4th grade classes held a market day, creating the opportunity for students to initiate a business plan, design a product, build that product and the sales table, and create the marketing. Students and staff use pretend money to pass and visit the different stations and purchase the items that appealed to them.
Today we are hosting our 4th grade economy fair. We study our government and the economy around it for the months leading up to it, and then at the end of the year they all get to create their own business, selling products or services, where all of the other grades in the building get to come through and shop. Yep, we give them a little bit of direction to start their activities off, and then they take a survey using 3 or 4 of their ideas, and they survey the rest of the 4th grade. Whatever their top winner is, they get to choose, and then they turn it into their actual business. Yes, they are all different. I have a few of the same, like a few stress balls that are overlapping, but I have a lot of unique ones this year, which is super fun. One of my favorite ones is there's somebody over in Mrs. McCumber's class, and he is making buttons with different logos on it, and I've never seen that one before, so that's super cool.
Weber Elementary finished the school year with a few outdoor activities. The 5th graders continued the recent tradition of a 5K race. With all of the 5th grade students lined up in the parking lot, they took off and ran alongside Clarkston Road to Joslin Road, then turned around and headed back to school. At the start and finish, the rest of the Weber students were cheering them on, along with parents and staff. Everyone ran and walked at their own pace, but felt the satisfaction of the 5th grade activity. Weber also held a field day with outdoor games and activities such as tug of war, a giant rainbow parachute, and sponge tosses. Parents came to help run the events and give each grade time outside to embrace the end of the school year. At Blanche Sims Elementary, the activity actually began away from the school itself. On an early morning near the end of the school year, dozens of students and parents rolled up in front of the original Lake Orion High School in the village of Lake Orion on their bikes. After a brief introduction from Principal Ken Noose, the group rolled together to Sims for the start of the school day. The village police assisted by briefly closing the roads. The morning was a thrill for all involved. Superintendent Heidi Mercer and Assistant Superintendent Drew Tollerton also rode, and it surely will be repeated in future years. Orion Oaks continued its annual tradition of beautifying its grounds and the surrounding areas with its day of service. There were an array of tasks for the students and staff, from painting rocks, making bookmarks and puppets, animal rescue adoption posters, cards for service members, friendship bracelets, and the Pollyant Trail, the Lake Orion Township Library, and Orion Oaks grounds cleanup. At the end of the school year, seniors said their goodbyes in stages. The first came in early May as the seniors declared their next steps on Decision Day. They wore their gear, held up signs for their colleges, trade schools, military service, or workforce jobs. The event, put on by the Career Center, continues to grow every year. For the final time in their district tenure, they received the Academic Lamp of Learning Awards from the Board of Education and Administration, also accepting the graduation cord honoring their academic achievement status. The awards night concluded with the community groups presenting scholarships to senior students who applied and were selected. Thousands of dollars in scholarships were distributed, reminding all of us of the strong community support for the Lake Orion Community Schools students. After being delayed a few days due to the Orion water main break, the seniors were happy to just be with their friends again for the final day of their careers in the district. Each step in the morning was another goodbye. First, they received their cap and gowns for graduation. Then they moved on to the senior breakfast, yearbook signing, and finally the department awards. For the final day of their in-school career, it was a celebration.
I would also like to thank our district retirees in advance here for all their years of service and support for the students and staff of Lake Orion and to the greater Lake Orion community. This year in the district we have a total of 48 total retirees, totaling 906 years of experience within Lake Orion. Let that sink in for a second, that's a lot.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to this special evening as we gather to celebrate an extraordinary group of individuals whose dedication, service, and commitment have helped shape our schools, our students, and our community.
Joyce and Linda are kind of my dynamic duo at the high school. They're always at work with a smile. They work really hard up there. Pam, she'll tell you she's worked at every building in the district. She's been here a really long time. He knows. Yeah. And this woman starts in the morning at Walden with crossing guard. She comes to work in food service. And then at the end of the day, she goes to the Oakland County schools.
Oakland schools. The role of the bus driver in Lake Orion schools is different than many other transportation operations. In addition to the normal staff, efficient and on-time responsibilities of your driving duties, you also took the time to engage the students in meaningful conversation.
She told me that she'll miss the most is the children, and of course that's why we're all here and what we've done for a living, because we love children.
She was a constant support to students, to staff, and to me. We worked collaboratively through many situations, and the one constant that always shone very brightly for Jen was a student-first mindset. No matter the situation, the challenge, the decision, whatever it was always students first. And a constant support, yes. Loyal beyond words, yep. My right hand, and sometimes my left, absolutely. Diane has been the proud secretary at Carpenter Elementary since 2000.
This is from Teresa. Although I've only had the privilege of working with Diane Valentine for the past 3 years, she has become so much more than a colleague. She's become family. Diane's years of dedicated service to Carpenter students, families, and staff can be seen in every corner of our school.
Throughout her 22 years in education, Jen has made a difference not through grand gestures, but through the daily acts that matter most. Showing kindness, building relationships, supporting students, collaborating with colleagues, and always doing what was best for kids. But that was Carrie. Every comment mattered. Every child mattered. She wanted families to know their children were truly seen. Hundreds of students, countless families, and every colleague fortunate enough to work alongside her. Now, after years of pouring herself into others, it's finally time for Stacy to focus a little more on herself. One thing that defines Chris. I know. It's her heart for children, families, colleagues, and Stadium Drive.
Students, families, colleagues, they trust her because she brings certainty and calm to difficult situations. She knows when to step forward, when to speak, how to help others find their way, and despite that confidence, Carrie, she is remarkably humble, warm, but demanding. So students know that they're cared for the moment they walk into her classroom. She builds relationships, creates a sense of belonging, and makes students feel seen. So deliberate and calculating. She carefully plans, thinks through things, makes decisions. There are no wasted movements, no wasted effort. She's thoughtful, prepared, intentional in everything that she does.
One of the things that stands out to me is that you bring the same joy today, this very day, in the office after school. and enthusiasm that you brought on the very first day. What I admire most about Renee is that she's never been afraid, and I have to imagine will never be afraid to stand up for what is right and good.
Marcy's kindness, compassion, and heart of gold have touched countless lives. She has always gone above and beyond, never settling for simply doing what was required, but instead doing whatever was needed to help students succeed. One of Pam's greatest gifts is her ability to see the potential in every student, even when they may not see it in themselves. Corey has always challenged students to think critically, work hard, and strive to become the very best versions of themselves. He understands that education is much more than academics.
Your dedication to supporting the well-being of both students and staff has truly left a lasting impact, so thank you for that.
She has been a champion for children, ensuring that every student began their educational journey with the support, care, and opportunities they deserve. Her vision helped build strong programs, her leadership inspired staff, and her compassion created meaningful connections with families across our community.
To know Lauren for 2 decades, and there are not enough words to describe what you have done and the impact you have made. I have watched Lauren, as we all have, work with students of every background, families of every background, and it has not mattered where these students came from, what their story was. The minute that they walked into Paint Creek or to Learning Options, they were our kids, they were Lauren's kids, and they were met with love and kindness, and they were given an education that they deserve. The impact that Carrie has made and the things that she has done, the lives she has touched, it's impossible to put into words.
Over the years, I've had the unique opportunity to work alongside her in many capacities. I've watched her lead at elementary school with passion, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to students. One of the greatest privileges of my career was having the opportunity to hire her as our director of elementary curriculum. I knew then what so many of us already knew. She possessed the vision, expertise, and leadership necessary to make a lasting impact across our entire district.
All of you have made a difference in so many lives, and you have impacted them far beyond the confines of your position, job title. You have taught our students that they matter, to believe in themselves, and that they simply can. Rita Pearson once said, "We can do this. We're educators. We're born to make a difference." To all of our retirees, you can and you did do this.
The end of the school year led to many transitions at the elementary and middle school levels. The LOCS 8th grade students celebrated the end of their middle school careers with a celebration honoring their accomplishments and growth over the past 3 years.
It looked very different from 6th graders who first walked through those doors 3 years ago. There is still a part of each of you that carries the same excitement, curiosity, and potential that you brought with you that first day. One thing that has always stood out about this class is your caring spirit, your big hearts. You support one another, celebrate each other's successes, and show compassion when someone is struggling. Those qualities matter.
At the elementary level, 5th graders were recognized for finishing their elementary careers and moving on to middle school. The students and staff members gave speeches, sang songs, and were presented with certificates.
Everyone, I'm Evelyn. Welcome to the 5th grade move-up ceremony. We're basically the coolest kids in the building right now, so thanks for being here to celebrate us.
Hello, I'm JT. Real quick, please put your phones on silent. We don't need your phone buzzing during the best day of the year.
I cherish my time at Bloomstones. The teachers, friendships, and memories I have made here will stay with me for the rest of my life. Thank you to everyone who helped me make my years at Blanchardstown so special.
Today isn't just about finishing 5th grade. It's about celebrating years of learning, growing, making mistakes, solving problems, making friends, and becoming the amazing young people that are sitting here before us.
Zoe Sideropoulos.
The final moments of the school year in the LOCS concluded with the 5th grade students being clapped out in front of family and the other students as they left for the final time.
Thanks for watching. We will see you in the fall.
Inside the Dragons is produced by the Lake Orion Community Schools in partnership with Orion Neighborhood Television. For up-to-date news and information about the Lake Orion Schools, visit our website at lakeorionschools.org and watch us on Comcast Educational Access Channel 22 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99.